You've caught me looking out at a postman. And I'm in front of my window, that's why my background is dark. Because I open up my blinds a bit. Fuck. See. Anywho. I was just on a call with my father. And he says, "Thank you for your time." Where have I gone wrong in life? What have I done to make my father say to me, "Thank you for your time"? How do you fix that? Anyway. Today's been interesting, I suppose. Not that interesting, but kind of interesting. I started off and I went to school, I went to history, and I sat next to Imana Basi. And she got in trouble in history for the first time in her entire life because she was playing tic-tac-toe with me and she wasn't being subtle about it. Yeah. Obviously, if the screen is towards her, then she should pretend to look the opposite direction rather than looking at me and my desk, which is the wrong direction. And that's how we got caught and reprimanded, because the people who made the presentation have put so much work into it. I don't know if you could hear that burp, but it happened. Then I spent an hour free. It was enjoyable at the beginning. Then it wasn't. And I felt very unwelcome, unwanted, very lonely vibes despite multiple of my friends being around. It was just not a vibe. Yesterday I almost spilled my soul, spilled my guts to Altubu, and he was like, "Should I get popcorn?" I didn't think it would be that long, but I'm sure I could stretch it out. Because we were talking about risks, and he was like, "You should block your mom on Be Real." And I was like, "No, I've taken too many risks already." And he was like what? And I was like, "I'm not going to spill my soul at this current moment." So I didn't. But anyway, I was just looking at the fun little bar where it shows you your audio level, like right there. It shows you your audio level, and the lines are going like, so it's fun to watch. But anyway, well, you can't see them. Anywho, you know what would be funny, I think, if the next vlog really went forward with this whole like desktop thing? Like, what if I screen recorded my desktop with the recording thing open? So instead of like recording straight up, I could like record my screen while it's about to record. I think that would be bad. But also this goddamn computer thinks it's like recording in fucking 1080p, but if you've ever seen one of these videos, you fucking know it's not. It looks like 360. It doesn't look like 1080, but it thinks it's 1080. It's diluting itself, so it takes fucking like 13, 20 gazillion gigabytes on my fucking laptop when it literally looks like 360p. And I'm just like, why? Like, I know I have a shitty webcam, but why can my laptop not just fucking accept that for itself? You know, today my shirt, it's like a tiny bit small. It's like a small shirt. It's like a baby shirt. And so it kind of is like riding up every once in a while. So, you know, I'm having some like midriff moments on accident. It's like I'm not focused on my shirt. So if like a tiny bit of my stomach is showing, I'm not gonna notice, I'm not gonna do anything about it. So I was just sitting, the fucking lunch table, dinner table, but it was lunch. My mother's like, Xana, pull down your shirt. And I just, like, I know it wasn't ill-intentioned, but it's just like, I never would have noticed. And I was kind of like peeved because it's like, who is so scandalous, salacious, spicy about like my fucking stomach? It's like, whatever. And there's this man, and I think he's my father's co-worker, and he was at lunch. Anyway, I was gonna drop, I don't really know. Yesterday I had my midnight brownies. Yeah. I still haven't played Stardew Valley with Bestie New Food. You know, yesterday I started watching a show, and it's very gay, and they like drink, and they have sex, and, you know, it's really spicy. Like, I was not expecting that. Yeah. I don't even know how I'm gonna keep watching it because I like know what the plot is gonna be, but at the same time I think I'll keep watching it. Also, I just found out on the call with my father that one of his friends, who he goes biking on the canal with every like Sunday fucking morning at like 5 fucking a.m., like his little group of old men that he like goes biking with, one of them is Faz Ahmed Faz's grandson. And Shahir was talking about how his mother is friends with Faz Ahmed Faz's like child or grandchild or something, I forget. But this means that there's potentially a link between my father and Shahir's mother, which I think is funny. Second thing this reminds me of is the weird, inexplicable, unbelievable link between my popo and Alicia's father, which I don't believe. Apparently, her mother was in the room when my cousins were born, but I don't believe that. It doesn't fit the narrative at all. But I'm not gonna ask about it, you know? Like, I just have to wait till Malika's shadi to, like, see what happens and to see if she comes, because if they're, like, you know? Anywho. Kind of a bit brain dead, because I don't know whether you caught me post-nap or pre-nap, because what I did, you could call a nap, but I didn't actually fall asleep, so I don't know if you would consider it a nap. So I could fall asleep after this, so then right now would be pre-nap. But if I don't fall asleep after this, then I'm going to end up calling this post-nap. I want coffee, and I want to eat something yummy, so I'll probably have coffee with brownie, and that'll be good. You know, I thought I was making friends, and I kind of am, but I'm kind of not, and one of the friends that I thought I was making has not messaged me since Monday, and it's Saturday now, so I have to message him, which I guess I'll do, but I don't know how much energy I have, because making new friends is what you do with excess energy, and keeping old friends is what you do with normal energy, you know? But I don't know if I have energy. Also, hi Manur, you are probably at like fucking packages right now while I'm recording this. I hope you're having fun at packages. And Manal, I feel like you've left Al Fatah by now, so I hope you had fun at Al Fatah, but you're also not watching this. Neither of you are watching this. I don't know why I'm talking directly to you. Anywho, it's just what I was thinking about, you know? Like, if anything, I would directly talk to Alicia, Shahir, Arj, because you're the people who watch the videos. Hi. But I don't like thinking about who's watching the video when I make the video. because that, I think, takes away from it in my mind, because I like how it goes into the void. Like when you post something on the internet, it goes into the void. Like I had all of my little like streams and my other little vlog, and those went into the fucking void. So that's kind of the vibe I was aiming for with this. But again, people are watching this, so it's not going into the void. Anyway, I literally can't find time to hang out with my friends. So I don't know when I'm gonna play D&D, but I want to play D&D, but I just think that's never gonna happen, because at this point I don't have energy to spare. I just don't. And that's kind of heartbreaking, because it would have been fun, but I just don't have it in me right now. I don't have much energy for anything right now. Before, I was kind of bitter that Novel hasn't played Stardew Valley with me yet, especially since what I went through. Not really, it was just like a 10-minute debacle that kind of led us to the ability to play Stardew Valley together. But I was a bit bitter that he didn't want to. But now I don't care, because obviously he's just also as spent out of energy as I am. Maybe more, honestly. So that's the vibe with that. Maybe I should come back with coffee and a brownie and I can be more upbeat, because I think maybe it'll be more fun if I'm more upbeat. I might just be overthinking things. And not even overthinking things. Maybe I'm just considering things that I shouldn't be considering, / maybe I'm drawing conclusions that were never meant to be drawn from the things that people have said. But I don't know. I personally will just be happier with coffee and a brownie.
Hello, Dino. Hello, Dino Fish fans. I am back. Here's my brownie. And here, again in a jar, is my coffee. I don't care if you judge me for it. I don't care. Yes, I'm defensive. Yes, I've grown defensive over my coffee in a jar. But once while I was PMSing and people brought up my coffee in a jar too many times before chem class, I started crying because of my coffee in a jar. I was like laughing because it was funny, but I also was crying because everyone was making fun of my single joy in life, my coffee in a jar. Like, shut up. Things that make me happy are I'm allowed to enjoy them without being bullied, okay? I don't care how silly it is to drink coffee out of a jar. If it makes me happy, it makes me happy, and that is that. It's slowly getting watered down because of the ice in this, but I don't find myself minding. Time to go for a bite of the brownie. It's better with a beverage. This is better enjoyed with a YouTube video, not filming my own. I'll be back again. I have a bit of a throat bug. I keep coughing and needing to clear my throat. I've just finished my coffee and I finished my brownie and I'm sitting here on the floor. That was again my little throat bug. I did Gurare this morning and it was, like it's like it doesn't hit without the water going like, but you know what I mean, gurgles, gurgure, whatever, But I didn't like stop gurgling before I tried to like spit it out. So what ended up happening was half of it came out of my nose and the other half of like the salt water came out of my mouth. And it wasn't unpleasant, but it wasn't pleasant either. And it was just like weird how it was like pouring out of my nose. Like the nasal cavity is an interesting thing. I did not expect to like, I don't know. And I tried to stop, but I like have forgotten how to like not have it come out of my nose. So that's a fun little story for you guys. Oh my god, fuck, let me tell you about physics lab. Oh my god. So we were in physics lab, okay? And Khadijah's like, I feel sick, I'm gonna faint. So she like leaves, okay? And Sir Mohsin tells us that she's the third girl today who has felt faint or sick in physics lab and has had to leave. The third girl. What? What is haunting the physics lab that is causing girls to become nauseous and start feeling faint? Like, that's creepy shit. Like, what? And then Miss Masala comes in and she's like, why does it stink in here? Okay. And then Sir Mohsin's like, I don't know, like, it might be the lack of ventilation. And Uneza's like, I don't smell anything. And I like didn't smell anything either. I had gotten used to the smell if there was any, but even when I walked in, I didn't notice a smell. And Miss Masala was like, you guys are so stinky. You guys I'll talk about hygiene when Sir Mohsin isn't there. And Sir Mohsin was like, I can take Shaukat Saab out for a walk. And she was like, no, it's no problem. And she like kept talking about how we're stinky. And everyone was like fucking laughing because it's like, I don't know who's the stinky one, but no one thinks it's them. Wait, I have to check if I'm stinky. As I thought, I am not a stinky person. Like, you can like, if you're like true stink, if you are the true stanker, you can smell yourself. Like, 2019 me, COVID, didn't shower, I would know. Like, that's a bit of like a disgusting thing to admit, but I don't care. It was like, I literally would like stay in my bed all day watching Stray Kids videos and I wouldn't fucking shower and I'd walk and it was just, I'm not divulging more than that, but just know it was like disgusting and gross. And it was like, it's giving depression, but I wasn't depressed, like depression rooms, like that whole term and how they're like a mess and like it's stinky and there's like plates and food and just a mess. Like, I don't think I was depressed. Like, I don't think that was like what was happening, but I had a depression room. And you know how like when your mental health gets bad, you just like can't take care of yourself anymore. You stop brushing your teeth and everything. Like, I don't think I was depressed, but everything but my emotional state was giving depressed person. I was just lazy. Like, I was the reason that real depressed people have to deal with stereotypes and being called like lazy and gross. Like 2019 me is the reason those stigmas exist. Sorry, depressed people. What the fuck? Time skip. It is now like 8:34 p.m. and before that, a couple hours before that, maybe like 5 p.m. Who knows? If you know what time like sunset is, you can get an idea of what time it was before. Also, sorry, in the other clips, I was like breathing into the mic like so hard. I was like, pah, pah, pah. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to not do that now that I know it's a problem that I have. So for example, if I speak like over the mic, I think it should be less of a problem because the airflow is going that way and not that way. So it should be better. Now, things have progressed in the last few minutes. Over the course of dinner, really. First things first, I told my mom that I think my sister is going to say something accidentally homophobic. and that the people she hangs out with are not going to notice or care. And she was like, but Ranya's not a homophobe. And I was like, of course you would think that. And she was like, you're not even a homo. She was like, you're not even a homo, you're bi. And I was like, thanks for remembering, because I explained to her that like a lot of people's parents just like ignore it and pretend to forget. And she was like, how could I forget? Not in a sweet way, more like in a why would you do this to me way. But you know, I still appreciate the fact that she is accepting of that. Like, as long as I believe in God, it's like all good. Also, she's literally like standing outside, so if I speak like loud enough, she'll like literally hear me talking about her, but like whatever. Also, there's basically this portion exists because I was speaking about topics that I should not be speaking about on the internet, somewhere where anyone can see. Like, I don't mind people seeing it, but if someone like my mother or father saw it, then I'd be absolutely fucked. So that's why this segment exists, to make up for that lost time, if you will. Now, to my main viewers, I suppose I can send you those clips on their own if you're interested, or I can just recap it for you on a call or in a voice message. So simply request that if you want to know. Or maybe I'll just tell you like khud se when I talk to you inevitably before this video goes up and before you watch the video. So, you know, I'll tell you when I say it. In any case, that's why this exists. Now, that's one thing that happened during dinner. Second thing that happened during dinner was, I don't know, I think it was just that. Again, I have to go read like my God book. So maybe I'll read part of it and tell you guys about my thoughts. So maybe you guys have that coming at you afterwards. Now, I'm really excited tomorrow. I'm fixing my cousin's guitar strings. Oh my god, there was like air in my throat and it was like not fun. It was not vibes. So I had to like, you know, like that thing where it's like you can't speak because there's like something in your throat. Like you can speak, but it just like feels weird. So it's not like a burp, but it's kind of like the same vibe as a burp because it's like higher up than a burp. But like that happened. Anywho, cousin's parents are going to America. Now he really wants to go to America because there's a Guns N' Roses tour going on right now, I think. And he's been like really wanting to go so bad, but his parents are going to America and he's not, and he's like really sad, so we have to give him like extra attention so he's like less sad because he's an only child and his parents are leaving, so we have to like be nice to him and everything. So I'm fixing his guitar strings. I'm hoping that'll make him happy. Also, it'll make me happy, but also I have to fix my own guitar string. Also, I should practice guitar. I feel like that'd be fun for today, but I also think I should finish one of the essays. Actually, no, I think maybe I'll wake up early tomorrow and I will finish what I think I should finish, because today I haven't really worked on my essays at all and I don't think I will, because once it hits 8 p.m. I'm basically incapable of working. Not vibes, but this is just how things are. Who is messaging me? They said hi. Hi, 5 mins. Or I am calling? What? Oh my god, it's Alduwu? What's Alduwu saying? He's urgent. He says, hi, respond in 5 minutes, or I'm calling. What is happening? He says, hi, are you Vela? Vela as in, I'm in deck with Maz. Vala Vela? What? I just recorded this like 11-minute segment on something that was on my mind, but as soon as I said it out loud, it all sounded so ridiculous and it all sounded just pointless, and I didn't want anyone to ask me about it, and I didn't want to talk about it to anyone, so it's like, what's the point of even saying it? And just like having the recording and watching it back, and then before deleting it, it just like helped, I guess. It's just a weird thing, and everyone knows that I'm borderline obsessive about strange things and for like the randomest people, and that I just like get caught up in things. Like, you all know that. So no need to hear another confirmation of that, especially to the extent of this one. I don't need anyone knowing that. Anywho, I also cut out this other segment from the video because I thought it was boring, and I was also starting to talk about things that I want to keep in my head. Yeah. What? What the fuck happened? I just heard myself. That was strange and creepy, and I didn't like that. What's happening? Anyhow, I don't have much else to say. I'm sick. I don't think you can hear because I still have like part of my nasal cavity open. I can't breathe out of it, but I don't think it is altering my speech. I do have a headache, however. Currently waiting for Alicia to call me. It's 11:14. I'm really tired. And a lot of the strange thoughts I'm having at the moment are because of the time, so they'll be gone when she calls and or after I sleep. So yeah. Also, I fucking hate when my nose is runny. It sucks. It's also so inconvenient. I don't like it. And like, why is everyone sick? Is this the new fucking COVID strain? Like, I know there was a new strain, and a bunch of people in America at my sister's college were getting COVID. Like, her professor like canceled class this one time because of their COVID. So, you know, what if this is that? Like, what if that is why like everyone from like on Dua Lima to me to my brother, but Wally was also sick, but sick with something else. I don't like being sick. And I'm also breaking out, so I can't even properly grip my forehead because I keep accidentally touching my acne, which hurts because they're like these cysts underneath my skin. So I can't even do anything about them besides wait them out because they're underneath the skin, so I can't pop them. And a pimple patch isn't going to do anything for them. Maybe like ease the pain a little bit because I won't be able to directly touch them, but still touching the area in general is still gonna like be whatever. So yeah, I'm not in the best of states at the moment, and I've been reading fanfic all day, and I can feel myself hating myself more and more every fucking minute. Today was not how I thought it would be, and Amina's leaving the country, which isn't that consequential. I'm just adding it to the list of things. And we probably hugged for the first time in fucking years, and he's not good at hugging. His build is like shit for hugs. Like, you usually hug someone and it feels nice. I hugged him and it felt like hugging a coat rack, and he was also so awkward about it. He like put his arms out and I hugged him. And then he didn't like hug back. He just kind of like accepted the hug, and I was just like, the fuck? I didn't say anything, but in my head I was like, okay. Let me like share tea a little bit, I guess. But like nothing much has happened with me, so there's nothing much to tell. My god. And my driver quitting his fucking job is making things complicated for me because I wanted to see Alicia before fucking Umrah, but I haven't seen her in like weeks and we can't see each other if I don't have a driver. So yeah, I am not enjoying myself, but I so rarely am these days. Anywho, bye. Also, I wanted a fucking beverage. I wanted something light and nice and water-like, like something like juice or lemonade. But instead, I got chocolate milk and it was not satisfying and it is not what I wanted. And I just want to not be conscious anymore. Ugh, I have to fucking go to school tomorrow. I have to go to school tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm not gonna enjoy it, but at least Rocky will be back. At least she'll be back. I wanna kill myself. Things are getting not how I expected them to be. And that's fine, but it's not. I'd prefer if life would just move forward exactly the way I imagined it in 5th grade, or in 9th grade, or in 10th, or 11th, or in 8-1, I guess. Life happens to you and around you, and it's hard to feel in control of life. Like, this isn't me trying to be all like victim-y, like, oh my god, life happened to me, I'm such a victim, because nothing bad is happening. I'm not like complaining. Like, I guess I am complaining in a way, but it's like I'm not complaining about like things that are happening in life and not trying to fix them. I'm just saying that, like, how does anyone feel in control of their life? Like, how is that something you can feel? There's a gazillion things that are not in your control and you just move your life around them. There's a gazillion people who I don't want to talk to, who I have to talk to for various reasons, and I don't fucking like any of this. I don't have anything to say. I'm just recording for the hell of it, so I guess I'll just put this on YouTube now, I guess.